Hello everybody, Jimmy is Promo here. In this video, I'm going to give you guys a little first impression of the Samsung Gear S2. And then following this video here, within probably the next few days, I'll show you how to use the Gear S2. And then right after that, after I live with this watch for about a week, I'll let you guys know the comparison between the Gear S2 and then the original Gear S.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
So as for the very first impressions, I actually love how the bezel is rotating on the top. Every single time that you rotate this, there is a little bit of a click, a little haptic feedback letting you know, hey, you did turn this and you are going to the very next screen. So in terms of the roundness of the watch, I love this a little bit more than the big rectangle of the Gear S2. I also like the buttons on the right-hand side, the physical buttons. So let's say I hit inside of the applications here. On the very top, this button up here is actually the back button. So if you want to go back just only one screen, that's the button you press. Now let's say we go inside of here and you want to go right back into the home. You just hit the very bottom button, which is not only the home button, but the power button. Also, in terms of the very first impressions, it just feels much better. The heart rate sensor is actually way more accurate than the original Gear S. And then when you go into a little bit of these watch faces, this is the biggest part of the watch, obviously, because it is a watch. A lot of these watch faces act more or less like a widget. So that was actually the ESPN application letting me know the up-to-date scores of either NFL, the Major League Baseball. You can also do football, college. You can do Major League Soccer, anything like that. And then here's the Bloomberg watch you'd be able to use, giving you some updates on the applications. And then you also have the CNN app. And then if we move on over here, this is where you can check out some of these other watches in terms of health and things like that. So if you're looking for more utility type watches, you'd be able to go over here. Here's the basic watch that they show off in all the commercials. So basically, with the very first impression of this watch, the navigation is much easier using the rotating bezel around the edge here. So then I wouldn't have to actually use my finger on the screen, which is, as you can tell, overtaking some of the text and everything like that. So how about the charging first impression? So with the Gear S2, you actually have this little charging cradle on the very back over here. This is where you plug it on in. The very front is a little LED letting you know if it's charging or not. And it's magnetic, so you just place it right on there, and now you are actually charging your device if it is plugged in. Now, when you look at the previous models of the Gear watches, you actually have a little cradle. This one's a little bit larger than what the Gear Fit had. So you actually would have to clip this on in, making sure it's on the right way. And then not only does this have a little bit of battery to charge the Gear S, this one does not have the built-in battery pack of the cradle. But I do like how it is just very simple, simplistic. Place it on, it's charging, and then you're perfectly good. This will always stay at home and you'll never lose it as long as you keep it plugged in somewhere. This one right here, you can maybe lose it a little bit easier because it is a little bit more portable because you could take it without the cord as well. But I just like the fact that I don't have to clip something in. Also, after a year or two, this little clip, maybe could wear out possibly. And so that's why I like the first impression of charging the Gear S2 simply with a little magnetic stand. When you pull on down the very top, that also serves as the back button as well. So if I bring this back up, and let's say I move over here, just like on the Gear S, you pull down, it takes you back to the home screen, which is nice. And then when you pull on down, this is your menu. So it actually gives you more options inside the menu for music. You go into your call log, do not disturb, your volume, and also the brightness. So this was a little bit of my first impression. And I will tell you, I will be using this watch more and more than I actually did the original Gear S. So if you're in store for buying a brand new watch, definitely go for the Gear S2. It does come out here extremely quick, I believe on November 6th. So hopefully this video has helped you guys out a little bit more in terms of my first impression. It just seems more of a better build quality. The round of the screen is amazing. The physical buttons are awesome. The rotating bezel, it adds a ton to this watch. Soon, please be on the lookout for the comparison of the two where I go more in depth, as well as actually a video coming out within the next day or two of showing you actually how to use the Gear S2. So hope this helped you guys out. Make sure you guys hit on like and subscribe, and I'll see you later.